Good afternoon, Jaguars. I'm Elias Rayron.
And I'm Peter Grunwald.
Peter, don't you love a little bit of Broadway?
Sure, but what's the point?
Well, the new spring musical is coming out near you, so come and watch it and support the cast and crew.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that. Let's go to Jack Hag to hear about our spring musical, Beauty and the Beast.
Hey Jakes, even though COVID-19 is still happening on and we're taking precautions on here at the school, the spring play is still happening this year. And we're going to talk to some of our fellow classmates here at Jefferson about how the spring play is going to go on. The show must go on.
My name is Dylan Ringer. I'm a senior this year, and I am the Beast in Beauty and the Beast. I'd say something unique about my character is that involves kind of a deeper, raspier, and like the roars and whatnot. My favorite part is probably when Beast wants Belle to come down to dinner, but she's being very stubborn.
I have the honor of playing Belle in Jefferson's spring musical, which is Beauty and the Beast. My favorite part of the show is probably the waltz, because I get to wear this beautiful dress and dance with the Beast.
Something I really like about theater is that everyone's kind of able to come together and put on a really good show to help cheer people up, especially when things aren't completely back to normal yet. Obviously, it's kind of different. We're wearing masks, recording most of our songs, but I think overall it's still a great way to spend the school year.
My favorite thing about being in Jefferson Theater Company is the family that I've made here and all the lifelong friends I've made. And what's different about theater this year is COVID, but obviously it is so wonderful to be able to do live theater again, and I hope that you come and see the show.
Our show opens this coming weekend with a senior preview on April 22nd at 3 p.m. and then continues throughout this weekend and next weekend. You must get advance tickets for the show though, so please go to our website, www.jeffersontheatercompany.org. This year we have about 40 kids in our production and we'd love to see you there.
Thanks guys for tuning in and seeing how the show's going to happen coming up in a couple of weeks. This is Jack Haig reporting for Jake Spots.
I'm sure the show will be entertaining.
You know what else is fun?
Shout-outs! Let's go to Daniel Trummel to hear about Anne-Marie Schloo.
This week's Jag of the Week goes to Anne-Marie Schloo. She's a great role model student and an even better person. We decided to talk to many students and staff about how great she actually is here at Jefferson.
I've known Amber since 6th grade. We met at volleyball, and we've been friends ever since. She's a super responsible and role model student, and she loves doing all her activities and is super kind and friendly to everyone. She's a super awesome person, and she totally deserves a shout out.
Anne-Marie Schloo is a perfect student to have for this week's shout out on Jag Spots. I've known her for 2 years as one of her music teachers here at Jefferson, and I can tell you that she's just an awesome, incredible force of positivity and energy in the room. She gathers others around her because of her sense of humor, her kindness, and as a student, she's incredibly inquisitive and honest and seeks out feedback. So, way to go, Anne-Marie. Just keep up the awesomeness that is you.
Thank you, Anne-Marie Schloo, for spreading your contagious, positive energy throughout the school. This is Daniel Trummel from Jaguar Spots.
Congrats on the nomination, Anne-Marie.
I wish I had one. But don't you want to be prepared for the future?
Of course. Let's go to Charlie Grant to hear about our schedule for the next year.
This year's schedules looked very different from any one that's come before it. We interviewed a student, an administrator, and a teacher to ask why that was, how they feel about that, and what they think next year's schedule will look like.
I think the schedule next year will look more similar to what we're used to in the past. Definitely at high school we'll have a lot more online offerings and a lot more choice for the kids to do something that's at their comfort level, depending on where we are with the state of the nation as far as health goes.
I mean, our hope is that we'll be able to get back to a similar schedule to what we've had in the past. But I do think that there have been some things that we've learned throughout this year in exploring some of these new models and different schedules. And so I think there are some things that we're going to look at, and if they were beneficial, try and incorporate those into our schedule going forward. But our hope is that based on the pandemic and the conditions for those, that we would be able to get back to what we were doing prior to the pandemic and have a little bit more of a traditional schedule.
I think it'll be about the same as what it is now, but maybe they'll add back advisory and maybe academic seminar again.
This year's been a strange one, and we can only hope next year will be better. This has been Charlie Grant reporting for Jaguar Spots.
Well, I hope everyone has plans for next year.
It is always good to be prepared.
Stay tuned for the credits.
But wait, you almost forgot.
Last minute congrats! Congratulations to the junior midfielder Cody Rinquist for scoring a team record, trying 6 goals in one game. He helped Jaguars defeat Burnsville on Saturday by a score of 9-7.
Also, congrats to Earth Corps for getting over $1,000 in donations this week from a presentation at the Rotary Club for their garden.
Finally, as you know, the world has been watching Minnesota this weekend. The Derek Chauvin trial came to an end with a historic verdict, finding the former Minneapolis police officer guilty of all 3 charges murdering George Floyd.
On Monday, several Bloomington students participated in a wide state walkout to protest racial injustice, and one of those students, Emily Perez Romez, read a poem for the event. Stay tuned for the credits to hear Emily's poem. This has been Elias Aaron
and Peter Gromval reporting for Jaguar Spots.
See you next time, Jags.
Hello, my name is Emily PR. I am 17 years old and I have created a poem about the racial injustice that is happening right now. With the recent murder of Dante Wright and the murder of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and others, I was motivated to write this poem named I Am Not Free. I Am Not Free by Emily PR. I am not free. I wish I was thee. You can go anywhere without having to flee. You are welcome with a smile while I am welcome with display. I am not free. I wish I was thee. You can go to sleep without thinking, while I go to sleep with fear of never waking. I am not free. I wish I was thee. You can go ask for help assuredly, while when I ask for help, I'm forever fearing of what might happen next. Will I get home to my children napping, or will I hear my neck snapping? Will they hear me when I cry, I can't breathe? Please help me, I don't want to be deceased. Will I arrive at my destination, or will I die without explanation of an accident that caused my life when the woman couldn't distinguish a gun from a knife? I am not free. I wish I was thee. You can play with anything you please, while I choose from toys I receive, for one might look a little too real and cause them to steal everything from me. Oh, it seems so unreal. My life so short because of a stupid mistake. I didn't deserve this fate. I am not free. I wish I was thee. You can get pulled over with a face of delight and a have a great night, while when I get pulled over with a face of disgust and no other words are spoken, only the sound of a gun and the fight for what's right has awoken. Brothers and sisters all out in the streets, demanding justice for others like me. We will fight and fight until things are made right, and we have had enough of this system that is unright. I am not free. I wish I was thee. You could walk in public with a sense of unity, while all I receive are acts of cruelty. I am not free. I wish I was thee. You can do everything without thinking of it to any degree, while all that inhabits my mind is what am I doing wrong? Why don't I belong? But I look at the stars in the dark and I sigh. I may not be free, but I will get there. You'll see.